अस्सलामुअलैकुम कानूनी टीवी चैनल्स के दोस्तों को बहुत बहुत सलाम. This time you are watching the nice personality, and his name is Munib Shaukat. He is basically engineer and very fond of politics, and he is also member of Pakistan Justice Party PJP founder member, which is very honor for everyone. Mr. Munib, you know that this time very tension is created by the opposition and by the establishment.
Yeah,
What do you think the solution of this tension?
I think everyone should sit on one table and
Yeah.
indulge in a comprehensive national dialogue in order to diffuse the situation and resolve this issue permanently. All the voices in the state are important, be it the opposition, the government, or the establishment. And everyone should sit on one single platform and try to reach a consensus. And these issues can only be resolved when this will happen. Otherwise, the tensions will only escalate further, and things can get out of control and out of hand, which is pretty ominous and dangerous for all of us. So before that situation happens, everyone should realize the gravity and the enormity of the situation, and they should sit together and try to resolve these issues through table talk.
You are also worried about this tension?
Yeah, I mean, everyone is worried about
Yeah.
this tension, and in order to proceed in the best possible way and for the largest interest of Pakistan, everyone must sit together and talk it through. Basically, dialogue can result in a lot of breakthroughs and solutions. So even from a point of no return, if parties indulge in a dialogue, they can reach some sort of a common agreement and diffuse the problem at hand. So it's extremely important and permanent that all the stakeholders realize that, okay, we are at a crossroads at the moment, and we can only sort of improve from here on if we listen to each other's suggestions and feedback and try to reach a common ground somewhere and somehow.
You are saying that the solution is table talk.
Yeah.
And do you agree that Nawaz Sharif is so angry and he will be ready for talks?
Every politician is always ready for talks. They show that they are angry and they won't talk to anyone, but at the end of the day, they also know that they'll have to sit down and reach a consensus with the other parties and other stakeholders involved in this matter. So yeah, the politician, they show initially that, okay, I'm pretty fed up of the system and blah blah blah, but at the end of the day, they'll sit down and obviously they'll listen to the other parties as well when the time comes. So yeah, that's like one of the cards a politician plays to show something else and do something else.
Yeah.
So Nawaz Sharif is playing the same card at the moment, and definitely he will sit down and indulge in a comprehensive dialogue, grand dialogue with the government as well as the establishment. If not the government, at least the establishment going forward. So I think that this is a good sign as well. It can be good for Pakistan in the coming future, in the immediate future as well as in the long run, that army doesn't interfere in the politics,
Yeah.
and everybody performs their duties and responsibilities and obligations in line with the
Within the
guidelines,
limits.
in line with the guidelines enshrined in the Constitution of the Islamic Republic of Pakistan. So yeah, that's the best way to proceed.
No, the other side, Mr. Imran Khan he is very arrogant person. He
Yeah.
will be ready to talks. For talks.
I think Imran Khan is kind of. I don't want to offend the supporters of Imran Khan, but
Yeah.
all I want to say is that he's.
But
too
he's
arrogant.
known that he is
Yeah,
very
and he's
arrogant and
irrelevant.
stubborn
Yeah, he's
personality.
stubborn and arrogant, but I think he's irrelevant, to be honest.
In national interest.
In this particular chapter, he'll not as relevant as the other stakeholders, because he came into power through rigging and manipulation of the elections, which is now a proven truth. I mean, it's an open secret basically that the 2018 elections were fairly and squarely rigged in favor of Imran Khan. So yeah, he has come through as a result of that dirty election, and then secondly, he has a biased towards the opposition, and he harbors vindictive and nefarious agendas against the opposition. So he wants to punish them at every given opportunity, and he has malicious intentions when it comes to dealing with the opposition. So yeah, I strongly believe that he's not that relevant in this picture, and the main talks will be between the establishment and the opposition. The government will be on the back seat. It will be on the back burner in these particular.
The government is have not any value.
Yeah, they will not have the same value as the opposition, because actually it was the opposition who had won the elections and not the government. So yeah, they will be on the back foot, definitely. The government will be on the back seat.
Okay, now Mr. Muneeb, tell the viewers of the Kanuni TV channels that you know any suitable personality for mediation?
The judiciary can play a role in mediation, but we've seen in the past that the judiciary has succumbed to the pressure exerted on it by the military establishment, and that's tragic, to be honest. But since they have already compromised.
This is not the judiciary work for mediation. Judiciary is not for.
It's not enshrined in the Constitution. It's not their obligation or responsibility to play the role of a mediator in any way.
I mean that you name any suitable politicians who play a role for mediation.
I think some retired judges who have a well-established and credible reputation.
Retired judges, I mean, including Saqib Nisar?
No, not him, because he wasn't credible. He handed out verdicts at the behest of the military establishment, so definitely not him. But those who didn't take oath according to PCO, according to Musharraf's PCO, they can be considered for this, and it can be a 3-4 member panel which can play the role of a mediator. But I think at the end of the day, it has to be a mutual and common consensus between different parties, and it has to be unanimously agreed that every institution will play its part and role according to the constitutional guidelines as set out in the constitutional book of the Islamic Republic of Pakistan, and nobody will transgress or exceed from their set domain or limitations, and everybody will operate within their limits.
Within limits.
Yeah.
It is a good solution.
Yeah, it is the need of the hour. Yeah, and it is the only solution. It is the only viable and realistic
solution. But you did not
mention
any suitable personality.
A suitable personality can
politician.
be... Politicians will... at the end of the day, at table talk, you listen to one another, and there cannot be a judge or a referee, right?
Yeah.
So you have to give something and you have to take something. So it's kind of give and take. It's like a compromise. It's like bargaining. It's like negotiations. Okay, so you end up on a common ground. Okay, initially, if you want to sell out a car, for instance, you'll say that I'll sell it out for 4 million, but the other party is saying 2 million. Then you sit, you talk to each other. Then he says I'll pay 2.5 million, and you say 3 million, and then at the end of the day you reach some sort of a common agreement. So that's how it will work. Same is the case over here, and everybody will have to, especially the military establishment, will have to surrender some of its power, and it will have to relinquish some of its limitless powers, which it is enjoying at the moment.
Thank you, ji, Mr. Muneeb Shaukat Saab. You advise the people very good suggestions for mediations. Thank you. Kanuni TV channels also saying thank you to you.
Thank you very much.
Allah Hafiz.